Imagine sinking your teeth into a crispy golden treat only to realize it's made of deep-fried tarantula.
Yep, that's a real street food, and it's just the beginning of this bizarre culinary adventure. Across the globe, people snack on things that would make your stomach do a double take. In Japan, there's dancing squid, a dish so fresh it literally moves on your plate. Over in the Philippines, brave souls devour balut, a fertilized duck egg with a partially developed embryo inside, crunchy beak included. Still hungry? How about casu marzu, the Italian cheese writhing with live maggots? Locals swear it's a delicacy, but scientists classify it as illegal in most places. Because, you know, maggots. And if you think you've seen it all, wait until we get to Thailand's blood soup, where the broth is, brace yourself, completely raw. No heat. Just pure uncoagulated animal blood. So why do people eat this stuff?
Tradition, survival, or just pure daredevil dining?
Stick around, because these mind-blowing street foods will make you question everything you thought you knew about what's edible. Or at least, what should be. This keeps the energy high and curiosity levels even higher. Want any tweaks? Join me as I take on the challenge of trying the world's weirdest street foods and see if I can handle the craziest flavors out there.
Street food is more than just a quick snack. It's a cultural phenomenon that brings people together and showcases the diversity of flavors and ingredients from around the world. From spicy noodles to savory skewers, street food is an adventure waiting to happen. And today we're going to take that adventure to a whole new level by exploring the weirdest, most mind-boggling street foods out there. When it comes to trying new street foods, it's easy to get caught up in our own biases and preconceptions about what's considered normal or edible. We often stick to what we know and love, and it takes a lot of courage to venture out of our comfort zones and try something that's truly unusual. But that's exactly what we're going to do today, and I'm excited to take you along for the ride.
One of the biggest misconceptions about bizarre street foods is that they're somehow uncivilized or backwards. But the truth is, these foods are often steeped in tradition and cultural significance, and they offer a unique window into the history and values of the people who eat them.
So, let's set aside our preconceptions and dive into the world of weird street foods with an open mind and a sense of adventure.
It's easy to get caught up in the ick factor of some of these foods, but I believe that the biggest reward comes from pushing past our initial reactions and really embracing the unfamiliar.
So, if you're feeling brave, let's take a deep breath and dive into the weird and wonderful world of street food.
Let's start our culinary journey in Japan, where we find the infamous fugu, or pufferfish sashimi.
This delicate-looking dish is actually a potentially deadly poison, if not prepared correctly. But when done right, it's a culinary experience like no other. Next, we'll head to South Korea, where we'll try byondegi, or boiled silkworm pupae. These crunchy little snacks are packed with protein and have a nutty, slightly sweet flavor that's definitely acquired. From there, we'll travel to the Philippines, where we'll sample balut, a developing duck embryo that's boiled and eaten from the shell. This popular street food is a staple at many markets and is often enjoyed with a dash of salt, vinegar, and chili peppers. And finally, we'll visit Cambodia, where we'll try deep-fried tarantulas, crispy fried insects that are said to have a smoky, slightly sweet flavor. But of all the weird street foods I've tried, there's one that really stands out as the most unusual: hakarl, or fermented shark meat from Iceland. I remember trying it for the first time and being completely blown away by the intensity of the flavor and the smell. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced before, and it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. The smell of hakarl is often compared to ammonia or rotten fish, and it's definitely an acquired taste. But when you get past the initial shock, you start to notice the subtle nuances of the flavor, from the sweetness of the shark meat to the tanginess of the fermentation. It's a truly unique experience and one that I'll never forget. Looking back on all the weird street foods we've tried today, it's amazing to see how much diversity and creativity is out there in the culinary world. From the spicy to the sweet, the crunchy to the smoky, each of these dishes offers a unique window into the cultural significance and traditions of the people who eat them. So what's the weirdest street food you've ever tried? Share your stories and experiences in the comments below, and if you're feeling adventurous, be sure to check out our next video on global culinary adventures. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride, and until next time, stay curious and keep on eating.